All right, welcome everybody. My name is Thomas. I'll be leading you through a short yoga flow. Without any further ado, let's get started. Start in wide-legged child's pose, toes together, knees out wide, tops of your feet onto the floor. Relaxing your glutes, your hips towards your heels. Maybe forehead to the floor, palms to the ground, relaxing your shoulders. And starting off with the foundation of breath. Not rushing breath, not rushing through the postures you practice. Taking your time, honoring your practice, your body. Just observing the breath without necessarily trying to breathe. Checking in with your body as a whole, your lower back, the parts in which you feel. And gently walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Forehead may be still to the ground. Maybe dropping your left shoulder down, left palm still to the floor. Maybe even placing your left palm on your right. Gently lengthening out of your left side body. Checking in with your left side lower back. Maybe noticing your hip crease. Warming up and more importantly, checking in, noticing what is. Take a long inhale through your nose and a long exhalation out of your mouth. Coming back to a natural breath. And walk your hands to the left side of your mouth. Checking in with the other side. Maybe noticing the similarities and the differences. There's bound to be a difference. Nothing so perfect. Except you. Lengthening through your right side body. Maybe not rushing the sides. Take a long inhale through your nose and a long lengthening exhale out of your right side body. Walk your hands back to center. Maybe more gently, actively lengthening out of your fingertips and shoulders. Sliding your palms onto your mat, even tenting through your hands for more shoulder sensation. Take one more long inhale through your nose and a long exhale out of your mouth. Actively lengthening and coming back to a natural breath. And gently push yourself up to a tabletop position. We'll take cat-cow. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Take an inhale, drawing your navel down to the ground, hips up, looking up, undulating through your spine. And exhale, cat back, chin to chest, tucking your tailbone underneath, engaging your abs, rounding through your back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat back, synchronizing breath with body. One more inhale, cow. And exhale, cat back. All right, coming back to center. Maybe more cat-cows, maybe swing your hips forward and back, left and right, clockwise, counterclockwise. Just noticing your body, checking in with your range of motion, the movements, the sensations, the feelings associated with your range of motion. All right, returning back to center. With your left hand onto the ground, we're going to thread the needle. Take an inhale with your right arm high, reaching up, looking up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Then exhale, threading your right arm through, right shoulder, right side of your head to the ground. Maybe left hand onto the floor, supporting your body weight. Maybe even sliding your left palm forward. Relaxing the connection to your shoulder and neck. Maybe relaxing your jaw. Maybe noticing a slight twist. And keeping your breath moving. Maybe relaxing your brow. Taking your time. One more long inhale, long lengthening exhale. Left hand to the ground. Take an inhale with your right arm high, twisting open, reaching up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. And draw your right hand down. Same thing on the other side. Right hand to the floor. Take an inhale, bring your left arm high. And exhale, threading your left arm through, left shoulder, left side of your head to the ground. Maybe a similar arm variation that you took on the other side. Just noticing the movement of your attention. And right hand to the floor. Take an inhale, unwind, lifting up, reaching high. Left hand draws down to the ground. All right, coming down onto your stomach, hips, and chest, we'll take a Sphinx pose. Palms to your mat, elbows underneath your shoulders, tops of your feet onto the floor. Maybe relaxing your shoulders up, back, and down away from your ears and gently drawing your elbows towards your hips. Relaxing your lower back. The more you can relax your lower back, the better. The more you'll get out of it. A little traction through your lower spine. All right, release, lowering down. Fingertips underneath your shoulders, tops of your toes onto the ground. Now drawing your elbows in close to your side body. Maybe untucking your chin, using the strength of your lower back to get inhale, lifting your chest. Using your lower back strength, turning on, engaging your lower back, elbows in, shoulders back and down. Maybe once you come up as high as you can, using your strength, a little extra push for a little progressive overload, squeezing your lower back, looking up, lifting up, and release and lower down. Take a king, queen, cobra, maybe separating your knees about mat distance. Tops of your feet still onto the floor. Hands a little lower down your body. Elbows close to your side body, this time pushing yourself up, using your strength in your arms. Using your shoulders, maybe shoulders still away from your ears. Even rotating the eyes of your elbows forward, straighten your arms. Looking up towards the ceiling. Breathing and looking up. And breathing. All right, release and lower down. All right, hands underneath your shoulders. Pushing yourself up to a tabletop position, onto your knees. Tucking your toes underneath. Take an inhale through your nose and exhale to a downward facing dog. First, pedaling out your legs, encouraging your heels back and down, but your heels do not have to touch. Maybe gently easing in, noticing your calves, your hamstrings, maybe your lower back. Maybe straightening your arms, again, by rotating the eyes of your elbows forward, relaxing your shoulders, your neck. And encourage a straight left leg, left heel back and down. Take an inhale with your right leg high, rolling out your right hip clockwise, counterclockwise. Maybe bending, straightening your right leg. Maybe noticing your hamstring engagement as you bend your right knee. Your quadricep engagement as you straighten your right leg. Noticing the ball and socket joint that is your right hip. Breathing even still. Noticing your mobility. Right foot draws down. Inhale, left leg high. You're going to be off your hands after this. Bending, straightening your left leg. Maybe noticing your left hip. All right, left foot draws down to the ground. Walk your hands back towards your feet for a ragdoll. At first, keeping a generous bend of your knees, holding onto your elbows. Relaxing your neck, your upper body down, maybe stomach to thighs even. Relaxing your shoulders, maybe pedaling out your legs, swaying your hips back and forth, side to side. Gently easing into straighter legs, noticing your posterior chain, the connection with your hamstrings, glutes, lower, middle, and upper back even. And eventually, easing into subtly straighter legs as you shift your body weight forward into your toes. All right, draw your left hand down to the ground. Straightening your right leg, bending your left knee, right arm reaches high for a twist. Looking up towards the sky. Maybe biting behind your back, even hands to the small of your lower back. Maybe gently easing into a straight right leg, maybe left heel up off the ground. All right, then right hand draws down, straighten your left leg, bending your right knee. Left arm reaches up. All right, draw your left hand down to the ground. You're going to walk your hands forward to another downward facing dog. Just pedaling it out here. Just a little standing, hip strengthening series. Take an inhale, bring your right leg high for a three-legged dog. We're going to do one tiger curl. Maybe just straightening your legs, noticing the form here. And exhale, knee to nose, drawing your navel up and in, chin to chest. Rounding through your spine. And take an inhale, bring your right leg high. Three-legged dog. And exhale, low lunge, stepping through, maybe not dragging your foot if you can help it. Now pulsing it down, noticing the length of your right quadricep, noticing your mobility before we add strength. Pulsing it down into your right hip. Maybe ideally, someday your hips stay this low, your right thigh this parallel to the ground, no matter how parallel, through the next two movements. And take an inhale, opening up to warrior two. Arms parallel to the floor. Maybe a straight left leg. Maybe enhance your hips, encouraging your left hip forward and right hip back. Sitting low, right knee points towards the front of the room, left hip more figuratively forward. And eventually arms parallel to the floor. Maybe even looking over your right fingertips. Maybe pulsing it down, noticing your limits, noticing your strength, your mobility, where your strength meets flexibility. And keeping your hips down in space. Take an inhale, lifting your chest, and exhale, extended side angle. Maybe right hand down to the ground, maybe even resting your right elbow on top of your right knee to support your strength as you sit low. Reaching long out of your left side body, maybe your chin to left shoulder. Maybe encouraging your right knee out with your right elbow. All right, keeping your hips low. You're doing great. Take an inhale, reverse, reaching high, sitting low. Then exhale, spin your arms down. Take a high to low, an upward facing dog, maybe a cobra pose, chaturanga up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, resetting. Maybe noticing what your breath is telling you. Encouraging your right heel back and down. Take an inhale, bring your left leg high. Holding it here for just a moment. Maybe straightening your left leg, straightening your right. And exhale, knee to nose, drawing your navel up and in with your chin to your chest. Inhale, left leg high. And exhale, low lunge, stepping through. Maybe taking your feet off a tightrope, more stability. Pulsing it down into your left hip. Noticing what and where you feel. And keeping your hips down in space, take an inhale, opening up to warrior two. Now right toes pointing subtly forward. Maybe even hands to your hips, encouraging your right hip forward, left hip back, pointing your left knee and toes towards the front edge of your mat. Arms parallel to the floor. And sitting low. Take an inhale, lift your chest, and exhale, extended side angle. Maybe chin to right shoulder. Encouraging your left knee out with your left elbow. That won't necessarily bring your right hip down and forward. Left hip back and down. And keeping your left knee bent, take an inhale, reverse, reaching high. And exhale, spin your arms down high to low, upward facing dog. A cobra pose, maybe a push-up, maybe a high plank, maybe nothing at all. Then exhale, downward facing dog. All right, take an inhale, bring your right leg high once again. We're going to come into a pigeon pose. Exhale, knee to right wrist. Swing your right shin in front of you. There's maybe a lot. You can always bring a block underneath your right hip. Left toes, left leg pointing straight back and walking your hands up and in for a little backward bend, looking up towards the ceiling, towards the sky, trees, and maybe hands down to the ground. You need the support with your strength. Maybe even hands to your hips. And exhale, slowly hinging forward. Eventually, maybe hands down to the ground, elbows flutter out to the sides, maybe elbows to the floor. Maybe forehead to the ground, maybe inching your elbows, your fingertips forward. Maybe not doing so much that you can't hold this. Building a relationship with your body. Noticing what you're capable of. Noticing what is too much, what is too little. Long breath. Just a couple more moments here. Probably longer moments than you wanted. All right, take a long inhale, long exhale, reaching forward. And gently, so gracefully, walking your hands back up and in. tucking your left toes underneath. Hands down to the ground. Take an inhale, bring your right leg high. And right leg down. Same thing. Inhale, left leg high. And exhale, knee to left elbow. Left wrist. Swing your left shin underneath you, in front of you, somewhere thereabouts, and walking your hands back up and in. Maybe looking up, maybe pushing up for a little backward bend. Shoulders relaxed, unshrugged away from your ears. And slowly hinging forward. Maybe coming down to your elbows. Just hands to the floor, elbows out to the sides if this is a very big sensation or feeling. Maybe someday forehead to the ground, reaching forward. And a calm breath. One more long inhale, long exhale as you drip down. Okay. And gently walk your hands back up and in. Tucking your right toes underneath, hands down to the ground. Take an inhale, bring your left leg high. Left leg down to the ground. All right, take an inhale, coming up onto your toes, come down to your knees. Swing your legs out to the right or left. Both legs come out in front. It's going to be a posterior chain stretch, just like ragdoll. So at first, keeping and bending your knees. Take an inhale, bring your arms up and overhead, then exhale, hinging forward. You can pick up your big toes, maybe the tops or outsides of your feet, you're behind your ankles, your knees, your calves, with stomach and thighs, ideally someday, no matter how much you have to bend your knees. And rolling your shoulders up, back, and down, and gently easing into straighter legs. Maybe using your bent elbows, your bicep strength to draw your body down. Maybe lastly, straightening your legs. Maybe not straightening your legs so much as you pull yourself out of the hinge. Maybe looking forward. As that sensation seems to lessen, maybe easing your body down, easing your legs straight. Final moments of this little sequence. Taking your time even still. All right, one more long inhale. A long exhale, drawing your body down, straightening your legs. All right, release your grip. We'll sit in a seated cross-legged position to finish off. Just sitting tall. Relaxing your shoulders. Not rushing towards the end, taking your moments. Allowing yourself the space to notice. Take 3 cycles of breath to finish off. Take an inhale, bring your arms up and overhead. Long exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Biggest inhale of your day, because that inhale is now reaching high, lifting up. And a long exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you so much for your time, your energy. My name is Thomas. Your asana practice is over. Real yoga has just begun. Have a great day, night, afternoon. Love you. Namaste.